As we have seen the definition of computer network, it is a group of computers connected together to form a computer network. Connecting the different computers in the form of a network, that is called network topology. Tree topology, it is also called as a hybrid topology because it is a combination of one or more topology. All the systems are connected to more than one node, so configuration and installation is very difficult here. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Students, let us start our discussion with the concept Introduction to the Computer Network. So, in this session, we are going to talk about types of network and network topologies. These are the topics to be discussed in this session. So let us start with types of network. So in our previous session, we have learned the definition of computer network and network applications and architecture. Now here say what are different types of computer networks. So here the computer network means a group of computers that are linked by means of communication system. So this is the definition of computer, and the networks may vary in size, complexity, and geographical spread. Based on this, there can be three types of networks. As we have seen the definition of computer network, it is a group of computers connected together to form a computer network. So here, those computers with respect to the distance, it can be geographically spread over long distance. The meaning here is the networks vary in size. If I say the size, there can be a n number of computers or n number of devices in a network, and the complexity in configuration of computer network, and also geographically spreading over the long distance. So by considering these three factors, we can have the three types of network. So first one is local area network, is a LAN, and wide area network is WAN, and metropolitan area network it is MAN. So these are the different types of network with respect to computer network. Now let us see the definition of all the three types of networks. Now first one is LAN or local area network. So what is the definition of this? So LAN is a small computer network that are confined to a localized area. So it is confined to localized area, and for example an office, building or a factory are known as local area network. So what is a local area network? It is a network, they are confined to a localized area or a small area. For example, a network in an office or network in a small building or network in a computer factory are example for LAN, where the network is restricted or within that particular area. That is a definition of local area network. It is a small computer network. LAN users can share data, information, programs, hard disk and modem, etc. So as it is a type of network, so one of the advantage of networking is sharing of resources. It can be hardware or software. Even in LAN network, it is possible to share hardware as well as software by the users. Now in LAN configuration, one computer is designated as the file server. It stores all the software that controls the network as well as the software that can be shared by the computer attached to the network. So as we have seen in the previous session, so here in the LAN setup, there is one computer which is a server computer where all the resources or hardware or software resources are connected to it, and those are shared by different users in a network, and it stores all the software, and it stores different types of software and different type of controls for entire network. And the computers connected to the file server are called workstations. Here we are learning one more term is called workstations. So what are workstations? The computer which are connected to the server computer are called as workstations. Now workstations may have additional software on their hard drive. So here workstation is an individual computer and it may have its own hard disk. So apart from that, it is possible to share the resources from the server. So these are called as workstations in a LAN network. See, look at the diagram of this. So this is a LAN network. If you observe this, the distance between two computers or devices are very minimum. So another definition of LAN is which is confined to a local area, a small area in a small room. So where the distance between two computers is very minimum, or it may be in terms of meters. So if you look at this, this is a server computer where all of them are connected to the server. So these are called as the workstations. Workstations, and this is the server. It is a LAN network or local area network. Now, second type of computer network is metropolitan area network. It is called as MAN. So, what's the definition of this? These are the networks spread over the city. For example, cable TV network. So, here the network is spread over the city. Now, as we have seen in the previous example, LAN, which is confined to one small area or a small room, just like a small office or a small building. But if you look at MAN network, that is metropolitan area network, which is spread over an entire city. That is the definition of MAN network. And a very good example for this are cable TV networks. And the purpose of MAN is also sharing of the hardware and software resources among its users. So again, the purpose of MAN network is sharing of resources from the server computer. This is MAN. Now look at the diagram here. So MAN, it is a one computer is a network where all these computers are, you can have a separate LAN. So this is one local area network, another local area network. See, all these different local area networks are connected to each other through a MAN network. So, and here the distance between two computers, or we can say the distance between two LAN network is the limit is within the city limit, or as compared to LAN, it is spread over the city. So this is an example for the MAN network, that is metropolitan area network. Next one we will see what is WAN, that is wide area network. So the network spread across the country are known as WAN network. So in the previous slide, the network, that is MAN network, it is spread over the city, but WAN network, it is spread over the country. So here the distance between two networks or two computer devices is, there is no limit for the distance here. So the distance between two devices or network or a computer is maximum. So here it is a group of computers that are spread by large distance and tied together. Though it is a long distance, it is a computer network. So it can even be a group of LANs that are spread across several locations and connected together to look like one big LAN. So another definition of WAN, it is nothing but it is a group of LAN network, or if there are more than one networks, they are spread across the city and they are connected to each other to form a network. That is an example for wide area network, that is WAN network. So the WAN link, it is going to link computers to facilitate fast and efficient exchange of information at lesser cost and higher speed. So this is the advantage of wide area network. It is fast, efficient, and it's very economical and with high speed. And computer connected to wide area network are often connected through a public network such as telephone system. Here, how we are going to connect two different LANs, that's the definition of WAN here. So we are, as we have seen, it is a set of LAN or a group of different local area network. And how we are going to connect this? These are different LANs are connected through a public network, for example, that is telephone system. So the largest WAN is existing in the internet. So internet is an example for wide area network. So this is about wide area network. Now next concept here is network topologies. What are topologies? So now just now we have seen different types of network, LAN, WAN and MAN. But here we know that we can connect different computers, a group of computers together to form a computer network. Now let us see what is topologies. So what is the definition of topologies? Here the actual appearance or layout of networking. So this is the definition is connecting the different computers in the form of a network, that is called network topology. The meaning here is, so suppose if we have a computers, different types of computers and n number of computers. So suppose if you want to form a network, so we need to follow this topologies. So the topology is going to say that the layout of networking or how the computer has to be connected in computer network. So here, if you look at diagram here, we can have different types of topologies. Here it is called point-to-point, bus topology, ring topology, star topology, tree topology, mesh and hybrid topology. So these are all the different layout of computers in a network, or we can say these are different methods where we can connect computers to form a computer network. Now let us start with star topology. See, what is star topology? So here it consists of a central node to which all other nodes are connected by a single path. So the definition of star topology, it consists of central node and all other nodes are connected by a single path. This is a definition of a star topology. Now look at the diagram here. So in this one, this is one network or this is one central node, and to this all other computers are connected by a separate path or individual path. So this is separate path, this is another path and another path and another path. So here all different computer or devices are connected to a central computer device or a central device. It forms a star topology, and here this is a single separate individual path. That is the definition of star topology. Now here, what is the advantage of star topology? Ease of service. Means these provide easy access for service or configuration of the network. So as all the computers are connected to the central devices, so easy for configuring different nodes in a network. So that is the advantage of this star topology. Second one is one device per connection. One device per connection. So it is connected to one node connected to as a one connection. See here, the failure of single connection typically involves disconnecting one node from the another, otherwise fully functional network. So what is the meaning of this? Here in the diagram, as it is centrally connected, so this is a star topology, this is a computer network. Suppose any problem with one of the node here or any problem with the path between to this, if doesn't work, then still the network is functional, or we can say or other computers in a network are communicating each other. So even though any problem with one of the network or one of the path in the network, the computer network is functional. That is the one of the advantage of that is star topology. The next one is the bus or linear topology. It consists of a single length of the transmission medium onto which the various nodes are attached here. So here in this topology there is a central, that is a central cable. You can imagine this is a central cable, okay, for which all others computers can be connected. So this forms a bus topology. So here as per definition, a single length of the transmission media. So in this is your transmission media where the data is transmitted over network, and these are all individual computer or nodes connected. So it forms a bus topology. So this is the definition of, or this is a diagram of bus topology, where here this is the central path where the data or signal passing through the network, over the network through this main cable, onto which other computers or devices are connected. This forms a bus topology. Now in this, the transmission from any station travels the length of the bus in both directions and can be received by all the other stations. The bus has terminators at either end which absorb the signal, removing it from the bus. So here, how the data transmission takes place here. So from the starting point and the end of your network main cable. So the data transmit from starting and till the end in both the directions, across the network. The data which is addressed to any of the computer, so that particular data or packets will be absorbed by these computers. And if the data or any of the data or any packets not absorbed by any of the computers in a bus topology or the Indian network, so those data or signals will be removed from the network. So this is how the bus topology functions. Now, data is transmitted in a small blocks known as packets, and each packet has some data bits plus a header contains a destination address. The destination device, on identifying the address on the packets, copies the data onto its disk. So this is how the communication takes place here. So each and every packets or a data, it will be having the destination address. So accordingly, the particular computer, it picks up the data from the network and that it will be copied onto the respective or computer hard disk. So this is how this bus topology functions. Now let us see what are the advantages of linear topology. Here, short cable length, this advantage of this, and simple wiring layout, decrease installation cost. So this is one advantage of that. And also leads to a simple, easy to maintain wiring layout. And resilient architecture means there is a single cable through which all the data propagates and to which all nodes are connected. So there's a meaning of resilient architecture, easy to extend. Suppose if you additional nodes can be connected to existing bus network at any point along its length. So if at all if you want to add any one node, extra node at anywhere in the network, it is easy for us to add or extend our network with n number of nodes or computers. So this is the advantage of bus topology. Now let us see what are the drawback of this. In drawbacks here, fault diagnosis is difficult. So and fault isolation is also difficult. Repeater configuration, node must be intelligent. So here we are using a network device called repeater. It is to boost the signal in the bus topology or in the main cable. So these are the drawbacks of bus topology. And here, any problem with any of the devices or any of the computer, the entire network goes down. So no other computers can communicate in the network. That is also the drawback of bus topology or linear topology. Now next we move on to next one is called circular topology or ring topology. So what is the definition of this? So here in this case, each node is connected to two and only two neighboring nodes and transmitted onwards to another. So here each node in a network connected to two neighbors. So in this case, each node is connected to two and only two neighbors. Means each computer will be having two connectors, one for the next node and another for the previous node in a network. And here, this is all the systems are connected in the form of a circle or a ring. That is why it is referred as ring topology. Here, the data travels in one direction only from node to node around the ring. So here you can imagine the diagram here, how the ring topology. So here, this is the ring topology. Here this one computer, another computers are different nodes here, and each node will be having connected to the next node or as well as for previous node only. There are two connectors, one for previous node and for one for next node. So data travels in one direction through across the network. Here, after passing through the each node, it returns to the sending node, which removes it. So here, all the data is going to pass over the network, and once after passing through the nodes, any data or signal, it returns to the sending node, and this from here it removes from the network. So this is a ring topology where all the nodes or computers are connected to each other in the form of a circle or a ring. So it is referred as ring topology. Now look at advantages and disadvantages. It requires short cable length, no wiring closet space required, suitable for optical fibers. This is advantage. And drawbacks: node failure causes network failure. So in this network, if any one of the node doesn't work, is not able to function properly, then the entire network goes down. So no other computers in the network can communicate each other. So no other computers in the network cannot communicate themselves. That is the drawback of this topology. And difficult to diagnose faults, another drawback. Network reconfiguration is difficult. So these are the disadvantages of ring or circular topology. Now next one is the tree topology. Here the shape of the network is that of an inverted tree with the central root branching and sub-branching to the extremities of the network. So it is called tree topology because the computers are connected in the form of a tree or inverted tree or with the branches as subtree. For example, see, this is one of the switch or router here, and this is one computer, this is one switch, and this is another switch, and this is switch. So here, see, there are three workstations here, three workstations. This is one network, another network. We are connected to this in the form of a hierarchy or in the form of a tree. It is called as tree topology. In tree topology, transmission takes place in the same way as in the bus topology. So in the bus topology, as the communication takes place from starting point to end point in the main cable, similarly it works. So in the same way, this tree topology functions. Now tree topology is the best suited for applications which have hierarchical flow of data and control. So here, it is suitable for hierarchical flow of data. Since it is a modification of pure network topology, bus topology, it is a hybrid topology. So tree topology, it is also called as a hybrid topology because it is a combination of one or more topology. So this is tree topology. Advantages of tree topology: extension of bus and star topologies. So it forms a star topology or bus topology or combination of both. So expansion of node is possible and is easily managed and maintained. Error detection is easily done. It can be easily done. So these are the advantages of tree topology. Now let us see what are the drawbacks of tree topology. One is heavily cabled because it is a combination of one or two topologies and very costly. It's not economical. In the additional nodes are introduced, maintenance is difficult. And if the central hub is failed, the network fails. So this is the drawback of tree topologies. In the next slide, we will see graph topology. What is the definition of graph topology? So if you look at the diagram here, these are all different computer nodes and all these are connected in the form of a graph. So this is referred as graph topology. Here, if you observe this computer one node will be having connected to more than one node. It forms graph topology. Here, nodes are connected together in an arbitrary fashion. The link may or may not connect to two or more nodes. Here, if you look at this example here, this is the one computer. It can be connected to more than one, so or it may not be connected to more than two. That is one of the feature of graph topology. So here there may be multiple links also, it is possible, and it is not necessary that all the nodes are connected. And if a path can be established in two nodes via one or links, it is called as connected graph. So here, if you look at the diagram here, so if you want to connect this, I mean here in this example, this is connected to this, this is connected to three different nodes, and there are three different paths will be created. So the data can reach from one to another node by following any of the path. That is graph topology. Next type of topology is called mesh topology. What is mesh topology? In this topology, each node is connected to more than one node to provide an alternative route in the case the host is either down or too busy. So this is mesh topology. The definition is one node is connected to more than one node. It forms an alternative path between the two computer nodes. It forms a mesh topology. Look at the diagram here. So all these are nodes here. All these are different computer nodes. And here each node is connected to almost all the nodes. See, if you look into this, this is connected to this node, and for this, and going to this, and this is connected to this node. So in that way, each node will be connected to all different nodes. It forms a mesh topology, and the mesh topology is excellent for long distance networking because it provides extensive backup and rerouting and pass through capabilities. So these are advantages for a long distance communication. And here communication is possible between any two nodes on the same network, either directly or by passing through the nodes. So here any communication between two nodes. For example, so I want to communicate from this node to this node. So in that case, this computer or the data can reach the destination node in by taking different nodes. Either it can go like this, or it can also directly go like this, or also it can take direct path between two nodes. So this is going to provide alternative path for data communication. Now let us see the advantages of this. So each connection may carry its unique data load, and it is robust, and fault can be diagnosed easily, and facilitates security and privacy. These are the advantages of mesh topology. And drawbacks, limitations are installation and configurations are not simple because all the systems are connected to more than one node. So configuration and installation is very difficult here, and cabling cost is very high because it takes more cable for connecting one node to different nodes in a network. Students, so far we have discussed about the types of computer network, that is LAN, WAN and MAN network, and also network topologies like star topology, ring topology, hybrid or tree topology, mesh topology and graph topology. Now let us continue our discussion in my next class. Thank you very much.